What's up, music lovers? Welcome to Skinny White Kid Review, where I review the best rock, pop, and rap music. Today, I'm reviewing the new XXXTENTACION album, 17, as requested by viewers. XXXTENTACION is a Florida rapper who first hit it big with his single, Look At Me. Earlier this summer, he released his hit mixtape, Revenge, which was a bit of a hot mess. Way too much auto-tune, and way too much distorted bass with screaming. This new album, named 17, as X said himself, consists of all the thoughts and feelings inside his mind. With X having crippling depression, any listeners can expect this to be extremely emo, meaning this is not for anyone who hates sad songs. The lyrics consist of 1. Feeling alone, and 2. X's struggles with being close to suicide in the past. But if you are going to pay attention to one thing I say in this entire review, listen to this. Do not take this album lightly. This album deals with some very serious topics, and X even said it himself. Do not listen if you are not willing to hear what X has to say. So now that I've got that over with, what else do I think of 17's lyrics? X is using his music to numb the pain of people who are in the same boat as him, and I really respect that. He's using his music to help people, and I'm not saying lighthearted music topics are bad, but many artists can take influence from this style of songwriting. This album is the definition of raw emotion. You could feel the pain in his voice in the Cry for Help song known as Save Me, which is my favorite on the entire album. One of his friends in Florida at a photo shoot killed herself, named Jocelyn Flores, and there was a whole song named after her called Jocelyn Flores, where X talks about how he's been hating himself ever since. I felt that that was a real emotional part, one of the most emotional parts in the entire album. The instrumentals were really interesting, mostly consisting of soft acoustic guitar, which anyone who has heard a single XXXTentacion song will know that he never does this in his music. The backing vocals were by himself and sampled off of anonymous singer and viner Shiloh Dynasty, and along with the acoustic guitar, worked really well with X's vocal style. So I know I've praised this album quite a bit so far, but there are still many things to criticize on 17. For starters, 17 is mad short, 22 minutes long. Normally when I listen to an album, it's like 45 minutes to an hour. This thing is half that. And the reason for this is the amount of crazy short songs in this album. Not a single song on this album reached 3 minutes in length, and many didn't even reach 2. X said in the intro track The Explanation that when listening to this album, we'd be entering his mind, meaning all of his thoughts, emotions, and feelings. Well, I feel like I've barely scratched the surface on it. He could have done a way better job at storytelling. He didn't reach his full potential on that part. Maybe if on 17, X had gone into a bit more of his past, sort of like what Kendrick Lamar did on Good Kid, Mad City, I could have felt his vibe to a greater extent, and he could have gotten his message across much better. So those of you who watch my channel will know that I rate every album on a scale of 1 to 10. Well, that was really hard for this album. On one hand, it was super emotional and powerful, but on the other, it had so many faults that were so blatantly there. But in the end, I had to give it a 7 out of 10. So what did you think of 17? Make sure to comment below what your thoughts are on XXXTentacion's new album, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'm Skinny White Kid Review, and thanks for watching. See you next time.